My wife and I absolutely love farm days. This past fall, we had the opportunity to go and help some friends with their farm and do some cleanup, trying to trim some trees away from their home and cleared out just a little bit too thick, and also doing some work for the community garden that will be feeding the community of Athens here this coming spring. So we had firewood to cut up after bringing some trees down, and we had a good number of people doing a lot of different tasks. And our folks there, they provided lunch and helped us all keep fed and nourished, and it was just a good time for everybody. So there was one of these big crane tree trimmer lift things, and one of the guys would get up there in that and trim trees. There's the community garden that's going in. So lots of different tasks going on, hauling firewood, hauling brush out of the woods, and some of this we'll see later we'll be splitting. I did not want to be up there. That is way too high up in the air for me to be on that little platform with a chainsaw. This one tree right next to the community garden is dead, or was dead, so it needed to be taken down. And yeah, so just trimming all those limbs out of the top of it first, and again bringing out brush and logs and stump, things that we didn't want for firewood, or just going in this big burn pile. So lots of folks there to help. When you have it's amazing what you can do when you have a good group of people get together. It's amazing what they can accomplish in one day. We also kept the chainsaws running. There were a couple points where we had trouble with different chainsaws, blades coming off, or one wouldn't start, so we'd have to spend a few minutes here and there getting those saws up and running again. But luckily they all worked and did their job, and we worked them hard this day. So back to this tree coming down. This thing was a monster, and he was just slow and steady moving through it, being as safe as he could, and nobody got hurt. Taking the top out of this tree before we bring the whole thing down. You can kind of see the little greenhouse in the community garden section over here to the right of the video, and that's what we're trying to protect by taking a couple of these dead trees down. Some of them, yeah, just had to trim the undergrowth and get some of those lower limbs knocked down. A few of them did fall on the garden, but no big deal. We got those cleaned up quickly. But that boom lift, that thing came in really handy that day, and it was amazing how high that thing would go to get up in those trees and do the work that needed to be done. Just not something I want to do. My wife would do it, but I don't want to be up on that little platform that high. But splitting the firewood, there a couple folks were needing firewood for their homes and homesteads, and so a lot of the wood that we cut down that day ended up getting split and stacked and ready for use for the winter. So we had so many trees to pull down, and some of them we had to pull away from the buildings and away from the homes, so the home and barn. So we would tie a tree rope or some other ropes and things onto the tree and try to get it at an angle where we could pull it away from the building we were trying to protect as we cut it down. So we were retying and setting up ropes quite a bit on this day to use the tractor to pull some of these trees away from the buildings and barns and things, so they would feel more safe and nothing would get damaged. So you can see this guy's fixing to come down, and we're just pulling it away, so we're trying to guide its direction so it doesn't fall on anything and cause any damage. So pretty amazing. Some of these trees were probably, I don't know, 50, 60 feet tall or more. But the tractor and the ropes and enough people telling you which direction to pull and which direction to go was very helpful. So the ropes and the Yanmar tractor did a good job pulling these away from the building, so no damage happened. Of course, after the trees are cut down, there's the delimbing and then cutting up all these stumps. I don't know how many trees we cut up that day, but it was a lot. So as soon as a tree would come down, a couple guys would get in there and just start cutting it up. and then hauling it over for splitting and stacking. And we had a few that would fall, a few trees that would fall and they'd land on other trees. So again, we would just use the tractor and get it tied on there, and then we could use the tractor to drag those out and get them flat on the ground. So that was pretty helpful. The Yanmar tractor came in handy that day, and the whole time before this, I was out and mowing the pastures and the brush out in their backfields, and then I came up to help do this tree pulling. So pretty handy. The little Yanmar's pretty stout. It does a good job. I have no idea what these logs weigh, but it did a great job of pulling them out of the brush and making them more accessible for delimbing and cleaning up. And we had to, I don't know how many cords, but it had to have been a lot of firewood that got cut that day. There were a few trees that there was no way to get a rope up in a direction that we could pull it, so we would cut for a little bit and then just use the tractor and try to ease those trees down, try to push them over. So cut them a little bit and see if the tractor can push it down. So the other problem here, this was right over where their septic lines were, so we didn't want to drive on that a whole lot. But a little bit of cutting and the trees finally came down and got pushed the direction they needed to go. And we'll just pull them out and cut them up. A few fell exactly where they were supposed to, and a few didn't. So you can't see here, but I'm actually on the tractor back at a different angle, pulling that away from, there's a building off to the left. So trying to get all this to pull and fall in the directions, but it was a good day. We had a great time, and thankful for all the people that came out to this farm day and helped the community garden grow. So hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you'll like and subscribe and check us out. So be sure you ring that notification bell to get notified when we create new content. And if you're in Athens area, check out R.E.A.C.H, Athens Community Garden. We'll see you soon. Have a great day.